is my vlogging companion for today. So, I thought today we'd go out to the Hall of Justice. Yeah, that's it. And by the Hall of Justice, I mean the Hall of Justice where the Super Friends used to hang out in the old early 1980s cartoon show. Yes, that's right. I learned this last week of the true location for the Hall of Justice. That little hand behind me and that little puff of hair that you can barely see belongs to my son Evan. So that's going to be this weekend's adventure, and I thought maybe we might sneak out to Eden Park and go to the overlook there. Overlooks the river. Beautiful scenic view. Not to be confused with the scenic view of a 10-year-old hand behind my head. He really doesn't understand this actually is going on YouTube.
Oh gosh.
No. What we have here is Cincinnati's Union Terminal. There is a school group here. There's a lot of people here. This is a Saturday morning. So to kind of give this a little bit of background on how this became the basis for Hanna-Barbera's Hall of Justice, the short of it is that Hanna-Barbera's offices in the late 70s, early 80s were stationed here in Cincinnati. And the people who were behind the Super Friends cartoon show, the animators, were here in Cincinnati. And somehow, story has it, that this building was the inspiration for the Hall of Justice. We're talking about Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all fighting our favorite DC villains. So they decided they were looking to animate the TV show, and they chose this building as the basis for their illustrations for the Hall of Justice. Man, I hope the wind isn't too bad. Anyway, even right down to the fountain here in front, if you'll remember.
According to Wikipedia, Cincinnati's Union Terminal was developed throughout the 1920s as a solution for Cincinnati's 5 train stations that were then serving 7 railroads. Construction took place from 1928 to 1933. Within 10 years of its construction, many local newspapers already described the station as a white elephant. And while it had a brief revival in the 1940s because of World War II, it declined in use throughout the 1950s and into the 1960s as many passengers had begun to travel using more affordable means such as automobiles and airplanes for long-distance needs.
Check out the detail in the architecture. They've got lots of really cool murals here too. So they still have it kind of looking like a train station. They have like 2 trains. Look at these really neat murals up here. Kind of showing the history of the area. Here's the inside of that big giant front. Now, of course, you can come here and there's all sorts of attractions inside. And you got the ticket booth right here. And then over here in the corner is where you go to most of the museum exhibits, either through those doors there or down this set of stairs over here. There's a gift shop over here in the corner and all that, but yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool.
we're going to go to CincinnatiViews.net, and I'm going to show you some really cool images of Union Terminal. Now, the really interesting thing to me is the train concourse and waiting area. This is no longer there. It was torn down a while back. If I sift through all the information here on the web page, okay, 1973. It was torn down in 73. All we have are photographs of it. It no longer exists. However, these murals, like this one right here, Modern Limited, these murals were saved and they were moved to northern Kentucky, and to the airport, and the concourse they were moved to has since been torn down, and they've been moved. They are now on display outside Duke Energy Center downtown. I saw them the other day. They're all just kind of grouped together on the side of the building right there on the corner. So you can see this is during demolition. This will be in the magazine rack in the waiting area. So here's a postcard. Now this is kind of what it looked like. It does remind me of an airport, guys, where you have the big long walking area and you have all the little terminal doors and little waiting areas around each terminal door. There's a photograph. There was an info booth in the middle. That is massive, isn't it? I mean, just to think that used to be there. Now this is, once again, this is right here. And it goes straight back. This is basically where the IMAX theater is today. All right. Here is the iconic map of the world, and it represents the 5 time zones in North America. Of course, in the United States, we only have 4 time zones, but there is a 5th over here if you're in a little further north, along with maps of the world on either side. They were unable to save this. And this is all we have left of it today, is this very last picture of it that was taken in 1972 before they tore it down. I don't know why they were unable to save it. They saved the other murals. Now, I don't want to go through the other murals. Here's a closer up picture, and you can see that this is actually little tiny tiles. And that's really cool. If you're interested in this type of stuff, check out CincinnatiViews.net. Go to their main webpage, click on Transportation. It's on the bottom row of buttons at the very top. Click on Transportation. Then at the very top of that, click on Railroads, and then on that page, click on Union Terminal. Or you can just manually type in CincinnatiViews.net/union_terminal.htm. They'll take you straight to the very first page I was on. Guys, it's been just a short tour of what Union Terminal used to look like back in the day when it was first made. The floor plan, some photos of some of the different areas, and of course the concourse and that big mural at the end that they were unable to save. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. Keep fighting a good fight, and I will see you in the next video.